on, guys? This is Airsoft NCT and it is ridiculously bright out today. So today we're going to do a video that's a little bit different, and let's turn this thing around. Hey guys, welcome to another Airsoft NCT video. I am super excited about this one because not only is it a huge step in building the KSK plate carrier, but it's a thing that I've been looking forward to for years. So let's get into it. The plate carrier I have on the left is the Roman Kurmaz plate carrier that I've been using for a couple years now. I purchased that one used off of a friend on Instagram when I was first building the KSK kit. This one just came in the mail a few days ago, actually. This is the Gen 3 plate carrier from Lindnerhof Taktik, straight from Germany. So let's get down to the nitty-gritty. The one on the left here is the Roman Kurmaz one, and the one on the right is the Lindnerhof Taktik one. As soon as the Lindnerhof Taktik one came in, I noticed one huge difference, and that's the color of everything. If we take a look at the color on the Roman Kurmaz one, it's a very light fabric, definitely not like original. Whereas the one on the real Lindnerhof Taktik, it definitely had some use, but it is a lot darker overall. The greens are a lot less neon-y, and they're a lot more muted tones overall. This makes sense given that it is the genuine one. However, I definitely didn't notice that when I only had the Roman Kurmaz one. I wouldn't say this is necessarily a fault, especially because in the Gen 3 setups, everything is covered. There's not a single row of molly that's left untouched, essentially. So I didn't notice that while I had it, but that's a very glaring difference, especially now. The second thing is the color on the Velcro and the lining. I noticed the color on the Velcro on the Roman Kurmaz one is definitely a lot lighter than that of the genuine one. And I think that's going to be a theme overall until we come down to the actual lining on it. The Roman Kurmaz one is definitely darker than the real Lindnerhof Taktik one. That's not really as noticeable, but it's just some little differences that definitely change the look of the plate carrier. As we move upwards, the big difference that I notice in comfort is with the shoulder pads. The Roman Kurmaz ones are just layered fabric, nothing too crazy, whereas the Gen 3 ones are a lot thicker. They're a lot more tightly woven. I can't adjust those to be tighter, the ones on the Roman Kurmaz one. However, to be honest, that would leave a lot of extra overhang. The ones on the genuine ones, the Velcro goes all the way to the edge so I can tighten it all the way. And it's definitely a lot more comfortable. It's a lot more secure, a lot more padded. And that's not to trash Roman Kurmaz's work. I just think that's a feature of the genuine one that you would get with any high quality real plate carrier. As we move our way backwards, same kind of coloration differences. To be quite honest, there's not really too much different here. They both have the drag handle. Everything is in the approximate same exact spot. Nothing's really too different. But let's flip over to the back side. So as we keep going along the back side, you can definitely tell the coloration differences. The Lindnerhof Taktik one is a lot more muted. That's something I'm gonna repeat over and over again in this video. Please forgive me, but that's just one of the most glaring things that I've noticed. In terms of the plate pockets for side plates, I noticed the Roman Kurmaz one has a much larger stitch as well as one going diagonally, while the standard real Lindnerhof Taktik one just has a smaller rectangular one without that diagonal stitch. I also noticed the drain hole, that little eyelet right there, is much bigger on the Roman Kurmaz one than the actual Lindnerhof Taktik, and that one's more of a brass, while the Lindnerhof Taktik is also that metal, but just kind of painted with that olive drab. And of course I have to flex the real Lindnerhof Taktik tag, made in May of 2011, so it's had its 10-year birthday. Finally, on the plate bags, there's one more thing I wanted to point out. As you look along the genuine Lindnerhof Taktik one, you'll see these kind of seams right here that definitely cinch it down a whole bunch. Whereas on the Roman Kurmaz one, the plate bag is a lot larger. It does have kind of those tie-ins. However, it's not as tight at all, actually. And I just think that's a design thing. But it definitely seems a lot more tight-knit and more uniform on the actual Lindnerhof Taktik. Now on the inside of the plate bag, it isn't really too noticeable, but the actual Velcro retention is a lot longer on the Roman Kurmaz than it is on the Gen 3 Lindnerhof Taktik one. Isn't really a major difference, just a little thing that's noticeable if you actually look into it. Now to show you what I've had inside of these. And the Roman Kurmaz one, I had the foam plate. I think it's like a TMC one that came with a plate carrier I had years ago. I just threw that in there. It keeps the shape well, but it definitely is not as filling for the plate carrier. However, once we jump over here, I have a set of the BSST SK1 plates. The seller didn't say he was gonna include these, but I'm super happy he did. Seems like they came with the plate carrier because they are dated, those same dates. This rear one is from 2010. The one up front is from 2011. These are the SK1, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, these are approximately level 3A for the US system. So the SK1 plates, super happy that these came with them. And yeah, that's what I've had to fill it in. I'll definitely be throwing some heavier plates in here so I can take advantage of the MSW tourniquet rules. But yeah, that's just what I've got in there for now. Thank you guys for tuning in. Hopefully this video is a little bit informative, showed you some of the differences. This isn't at all to knock Roman Kurmaz's work. He's done some great work, especially like how he's kind of spearheaded that scene of the Replica Lindnerhof Taktik stuff, especially the Replica Cry stuff too. So that's not to trash his work. It's great stuff. It's held up for years through multiple owners. It's just pretty cool that we moved on to the Lindnerhof Taktik. So now that the Lindnerhof Taktik Gen 3 is going to be my main plate carrier for the kit, I will be getting rid of the Roman Kurmaz one. If you guys are interested in building a kit, reach out to me ASAP, please. I'm definitely going to be looking to sell this thing. Again, it's a fantastic plate carrier. There are those minor differences, but to be completely fair, unless you can find one of these, this is the next best option. There's no other repro that beats it, including the Ice Bear Tac one. This is as top-notch as you can get for the reproduction Gen 3 plate carriers. So again, please reach out to me. I'd be happy to help you out with this and help you build a kit. This is Airsoft in CT, and we'll see you soon.